Hi everyone! I'm sitting in my stairwell at home because I followed the sun. I decided that I wanted to sit in the heat and have the sun beam down on me while I Skyped with a girlfriend of mine, and she inspired me to do this video. So I'm still sitting in my stairwell. I'm still sitting in the sun, as you can see behind me, but I've decided no fancy video equipment. It's just my iPad propped up on a bunch of books so that I could share this message with you while it's still fresh in my brain. My girlfriend and I were having this very serious conversation. She asked me if I would help her out with something, and I don't usually coach my friends, but she had this, just this urgency in her voice. She just needed a little bit of guidance. And she asked me, how can I have everything that I want? I'm feeling like I'm not achieving anything, like I'm just spinning. I'm feeling really lost. I have all of these things that I want, and I'm not achieving any of them. I had to pause because that was a very tall ordered question. And so I started out by asking her a question, and I said, what is it that you do want? What is your everything? What is your all? And she couldn't give me a list. She's like, oh, I don't know. It's all in my head. I just have all of these dreams and it's all in my head and I can't really say for sure. And I said, well, there's your first step. Step number one is right now you are at point A. You want to get to point B, but you don't know where point B is. It's like trying to go on a road trip and you have a road map and there's no roads loaded onto the map. So guess what? Guess what's going to happen while you're traveling? You're going to get lost. You have nothing loaded into your GPS. So the first thing you need to get very clear about is, what is that everything? What is it that you desire? What is it that you envision for your life? What is it that lights up your soul, that you want to do, that you want to achieve? What will enhance your life? What do you want for your career? What do you want for your relationships with your husband, with your friends, with your children? What do you want for your health? What do you want just for you? You first. Not what everyone else wants you to do, not what your children need you to do, not what your husband wants or thinks he needs you to do. What do you need? What lights up your soul? So you first. And she couldn't imagine that she had never really written that down. She's like, I thought for sure I was so clear about what it was that I was wanted. Without that roadmap, you're constantly going to be feeling lost. The first step is the vision, right? What is your everything? Once you get very clear about what your everything is, your all, step two is this. You can have everything that you want, but you have to be willing to put other things on hold while you achieve it. You can't give everything 20% or 50%. If you want to climb the corporate ladder, you can climb the corporate ladder, but what are you willing to give up to get to the top of that corporate ladder? Are you willing to give up time with your spouse? Are you willing to give up time with your kids, with your family, right? With your friends? And she's like, yes, I'm willing. I can do that. You know, I can do both because it's something that I really want. It really lights my soul up. Like I jump out of bed every day wanting to do this. Okay. So remember that, people. Remember that everything you go after, be very sure that you really want to go after it and that what you have to give up in that moment is worth it, because you always have to give to get, right? And I'm not saying don't go after all of those other things, but you can't do everything at once, right? You're only one person. So what are you willing to give up? Usually it's time, right? Sometimes it's finances, but it's usually time. Here's the third thing, and I think this is the most important. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let go of those old goals, those old dreams, those old desires that you no longer want. Why bother putting all of your precious energy into anything that doesn't light up your soul? Why bother putting all of your precious energy and time into something you don't even want anymore? What often happens is people are like, well, that goal has been on my list for 5 years. And they continue trying to achieve it using all of their precious energy, achieving something that they don't want, while the things that they really want get no attention. And they try to do this because guilt creeps in, or inadequacy comes in, because it's like, well, I wrote it down, so I should have been able to achieve it. That's not how it works. Stop trying to achieve things that no longer serve you. And that means being willing to let go. And all that does, letting go, doesn't mean that you failed. Letting go means that you've made space in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, in your life, on your calendar, for the things that light up your soul to start taking action towards them, right? So let go so you can make room for the things that you're going to jump out of bed every single day and be excited to achieve. So that's my lesson for you today. So signing off, Laurie-ann Sheldrick, the Contagiously Positive Girl.